Hello guys, welcome to the Derived Show. Today I want to share with you guys this boom and crash scalping strategy so we can make money together. Okay, so with this strategy I'm going to show you guys the settings of the strategy and how you can make use of the strategy. Okay, because there is no essence of sharing you guys the sense of the strategy without saying you guys the useful of the strategy and how you can go about the strategy. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys everything you know about the strategy, and most important things is that I'm also going to give you guys where you are going to take a profit with this strategy and when you are going to set your stop loss with this strategy, because there is no 100% winning strategy. So there will be some loss and there will be some profit. Okay, but with this strategy right here, out of your 10 trades, you can be able to win 8 to 9 trades. Okay, so if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on post notification anytime I post strategy. You guys will be aware. Okay, so we are on our way to 5k subscribers, so please guys don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Okay, so with that being said, let's proceed with the strategy. Okay, first thing we want to do, just to you guys settings of the strategy. Now to do that, we just click on this icon we are seeing at the top. So just get to your indicator tab. Okay, when you get there, the first indicator we are going to be adding is the moving average. And how do we add this up? We click on this F plus right here, and if you scroll down, search for moving average and click on it. Now for the parameters of the moving average, now the period is 15, shift is 1, method is exponential, apply to close. Now for the style, I'm going to be using the blue color. Of course, use any color of your choice, and once you do that, click on save, and you are going to have your moving average in your chart. Now moving on to the next indicator, which is going to be our RSI. Now how do we add this RSI up? We just have to click on this icon you are seeing at the top, click on it, scroll down, search for your RSI and click on it. Now for the properties of the RSI, the period is 3, apply to typical price, and for the levels we need the 90 and the 10 levels, and for the style, using color of your choice for the RSI levels, and for the main RSI style, just make sure you set it as your background color and click on save. Once you do that, and you're going to have your RSI in your chart. Now once you add the RSI up, it's going to be your indicator window one. So the next thing you want to do is to add the Bollinger Bands. Now how do we add this Bollinger Bands up? We'll click on this F plus right here, click on it, scroll down and search for Bollinger Bands. Now for the Bollinger Bands, now the period is 10, the deviation is 229.00, shift is 0, method apply to close. Now for the style, use any color of your choice. Just make sure the style you use for the Bollinger Bands be the same as the style you are going to use for the moving average in your main chart. Now click on save. Once you do that, and this our chart is going to look like now how do you make use of the strategy? Now to make use of strategy, very simple, and it's very straightforward strategy. Okay, so first thing we want to do is that we are going to be using the 1 minute time frame for this strategy, and we are going to be using the tall zoom level. Okay, once you zoom out completely, just zoom in 3 times, and then you are going to have your right zoom level for the strategy. Okay, now to use the strategy is very simple. Now let me show you guys how to make use of the strategy. Firstly, now we want to make sure that we know that the 90 levels right here is our oversold level, and this 10 level is our overbought level. We want to first know that for sure, and after we discover that we are using we discover that we have the 90 and the 10 levels as our overbought and our oversold level. Now if you come to boom, which you are going to be trading the boom, we are going to be trading the boom right now. So if you trade with the boom, you are going to be looking for a sell, and if you trade crash, you are going to be looking for a buy. Now how you now make use of the strategy? Firstly, you want to make sure that we see this Bollinger Bands right here. Now the Bollinger Bands does something by expanding. Okay, now after the Bollinger Band expand and touch the 90 levels and the 10 levels at the same time. Okay, now how does this Bollinger Bands touch these two levels? It has to touch with a spike. Okay, after seeing multiple spike occurring, we are going to see the Bollinger Bands touch the 90 levels and the 10 levels at the same time. Once touch these levels, then we want to now look out in our main chart by make sure that we see the price. We see the price move below the moving average, which you can clearly see it right here. Now it has to move below the moving average. Now, not just that the price move below the moving average, we have to wait for at least 3 candles to 4 candles. Okay, we want to wait for at least 3 to 4 candles and then enter our trade. Now you can see something right here. You can see something right here. So now let's add that at this same area. Now you can see that the price, after the price crossed below the moving average, then we can see this spike right here. As you can see that spike. Now we can see this spike right here. Now that spike, you don't have to worry about the spike, or you don't have to worry about the spike. You just have to wait for that 3 candle to count, and after the 3 candle count, you enter the fourth one, or wait for 4 candles to count and you enter the fifth one. So as simple as that. So that is your confirmation for your entries. Now with this strategy right here, it depends on how strong you are on holding a trade. Okay, so you just have to hold your trade till you get enough profit. With this strategy, at least 20-30 candles is enough. After you can that after you catch that candles, you can just close your positions. Now remember, when you are trading, you can also use your support and resistance level as your take profit, which is that, let's say we take our trade at this area, and we can just take our profit right at this area before the price reach the last spike. We can just take our profit, as simple as that. Now that's our take profit level. Now for our stop loss, we just use this area right here as our stop loss, and our target should be right at this area or more than that. That is how you are going to use this strategy to scalp. Okay, so let me show you guys another example and give you guys better explanation also on crash indices, because crash indices also, we are looking for the same thing that happens over and over again on crash. Okay, so in this trade right here, I'm going to show you guys why you need to wait for 4 to 3 candles before you enter any trade. Now, you can see right now that we have our conditions being met right here, which means that we want to see the blue jam has touched both the 90 and the 10 levels, which we can clearly see we have it right here. Now, after we see the touches, then we look into our main chart and wait for at least 3 candles. Now, right here, you can see that this is the first confirmation the price gives us. This is the first confirmation. Now, you can see something that when the price gives us confirmation for an entry, now you can see that this candle right here is not even up to 4 candles before the price do give you a spike. So that's why you want to wait for at least 3 to 4 candles before you now enter for your trade. Okay, so if you are patient enough, then this spike is not going to catch you. But if you are type of trader, a greedy trader, then you are going to see the price catch you in the market. So you just have to wait for the confirmation and to follow the rules of the strategy before you take any trades. Okay, so now let me show you guys another example before I call this a day. Now I explain to you guys firstly what we want to see is we want to see the Bollinger Bands touch both the 90 and the 10 levels. So after the touches, the next thing we have to see is that we want to see the price move above the moving average. After I move above the moving average, you wait for 3 to 4 candles to count finish, and we enter right at the next candle. Now let's see we enter right at this area. After we enter at this area, our take profit should be at this area. Okay, so after taking profit, you can see if you can't discount this candle right here, it's even up to 20 candles. So just have to follow the rules of the strategy and then start using it to make your money. So as simple as that, guys. So I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you find it very helpful, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on post notification, and if I put in strategy, you guys will be aware. Thank you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.